Welcome to Cricket Predicta, powered by 1xBet, where thrill meets prediction and every ball is measured. I am Anant Kaur, and as always, we are ready to bring you the latest updates from the world of cricket. In last night's match, what a night it was in Delhi. Match number 32 of IPL 2025 gave us a spectacle for the ages. Delhi Capitals and Rajasthan Royals locked horns in a nail-biter that went right down to the super over. DC posted 188 for 5, RR matched with 188 for 4, and then Tristan Stubbs went bang. 2-4-1-6 sealed it in style as Delhi clinched the super over. Mitchell Starc held his nerves, 11 runs, 2 wickets and job done. What a game. But now we should focus to what could be a record-breaking evening in Wankhede today. Dale Steyn called it April 17 today could be the day we see the first ever 300 in IPL history. And guess what? The Sunrisers Hyderabad, who already lit up the season with 286 for 6, are back at it, and this time against Mumbai Indians, the very team they thrashed to set that record. Both Sunrisers Hyderabad and Mumbai Indians sit with 4 points from 6 games. Their season hang in the balance. Now, when you see the head-to-head record, that seems to more in the Mumbai Indians' favour. And MI's form, if you see, that's his win-loss, loss, win-loss, win, unpredictable. Sunrisers Hyderabad is win-loss, loss, loss, win, desperate for momentum. So it will be Ishan Kishan versus Mumbai Indians. After 7 seasons in blue and gold, he now faces his former team in orange at a cool rupees 11.25 crore price tag. You know he's fired up. From Rohit and Sky to Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma, the stage is loaded with firepower. Will Mumbai stick, and will Jacks or will Corbin Bosch give a shot? Will Ishan Kishan haunt his old squad? Now let's ask our guests Paul Dennett and CM Gautam about it. How are you, gentlemen? How are you doing today, Paul?
Yeah, I'm good, Anant. It was a great game last night. It was great to have a super over. Did make me start even later, but I'm happy with that, and happy to see that Mitchell Starc, whom I have sometimes been critical of in the past, but I've got to accept that, as they said in the commentary, that's why he gets paid the big bucks. But if I was a Rajasthan Royals fan, I would be shaking my head all day today. That was a game they really should have won.
Oh, totally. And Gautam, how are you doing today after a big night of the super over?
I'm good, Anand. How are you? Yeah, it was a good game of cricket. That is why IPL is one of the best leagues in the world. It was exciting. I think, as Paul said, Rajasthan should have walked away with this game because of the lack of planning and bad strategy. They lost the game yesterday, I would say.
Oh, but it was a game which will be remembered a lot. And now let's come up to today's game. Paul, MI have dominated the head-to-head battle against Sunrisers Hyderabad with 13 wins in 23 games. So is it going to give them a moral advantage in this game, especially both teams are coming from a win?
I don't think so. I think that MI probably have a winning record against most teams because they have been such a wonderful performer throughout the history of the IPL. In more recent times, things have probably evened up a bit. I think that the key coming into tonight, from a Mumbai point of view, is that they'd be looking at SRH and saying their explosive batting lineup fired last time round, and they're just as likely to fire this time round as well, because although their batting has been criticised, and it hasn't been as good as it has been last season, it hasn't been quite as bad as I think as some of the criticism would indicate. But I think where Sunrisers Hyderabad are still vulnerable is that their bowling lineup has not yet fired. Now you look at the names on there, and names like Cummins and Shami, and you think, well, they are a fantastic lineup, but they are going for a lot of runs. They haven't really nailed their spin option. They've had the issue, obviously, of Adam Zampa. Zishan Ansari looks pretty decent, but a lot of pressure for one spinner to try to carry things. So I think that's where Mumbai would feel that they can also, if it's going to be a high-stakes shootout with Mumbai's powerful lineup, I reckon that they would expect to be able to match it with SRH, and who knows? Maybe, as Dale Steyn said, we might see some records broken tonight.
And also, Paul, when you see the total head-to-head matches played in Mumbai between Mumbai Indians and Sunrisers Hyderabad, Mumbai has won 6 times and Sunrisers twice. So do you think momentum is more with Mumbai Indians when you're playing at home?
Yeah, I think that they'll be pleased to be back there, and both sides, as you said, have come off a win. It's a huge game, though, because both sides, if they lose tonight, one side is going to lose tonight and wake up tomorrow where they'll still be mathematically able to make the semi-finals, but it will be a huge uphill struggle. And, they'll be putting themselves into that sort of category that at the moment CSK and RR are in, where from there on in, if they lose tonight, they can probably only afford to lose one more game in what will then be the rest of the season, which is very, very difficult. So I think that but both sides would be looking at this as not quite a knockout, but almost a knockout game this early in the season. So very, very high stakes and should make for a great game.
Some team is struggling one day and some is have to come back. Gautam, Sunrisers Hyderabad are coming off a massive 8-wicket win in their last game. So will it put a bit of a pressure on Mumbai Indians because how Abhishek Sharma performed specifically?
Yeah, they're coming in a massive win. The way Abhishek Sharma and Travis had batted in the last game. That's what we expect from Sunrisers, and exactly they did the same. And having said that, you're playing against Mumbai Indians, at Wankhede, as you said. The record the record is with Mumbai Indians, 6-2. So I think this would be a interesting game, and you never know with Mumbai Indians. They are known for this. They lose first 5 games and they come back and qualify for the playoffs. It's been their style. And having said that, today is going to be a massive game. And as Paul said, whoever loses, and it will be very, very tough for them to catch up in the tournament.
Oh, totally, Gautam. That seems to be the case today. And Gautam, also Sunrisers Hyderabad has always found themselves in trouble against Mumbai Indians in Wankhede and Mumbai. What we discussed with only 2 wins and 6 defeats. So what should be their approach to get the monkey off the back today specifically?
Yeah, their track record isn't great at Wankhede, to be honest with you, and the stats says it all. And at the same time, the last time when Abhishek Sharma played against England at Wankhede, he got a brilliant 100. So, and even last game he got 100. I think if Abhishek Sharma plays the way he played the last game, and there is no stopping SRH, and at the same time, it's a game of confidence as well. If Mumbai goes on to win this game, and I'm sure even they'll find themselves at the top of the table, so that gives them enough confidence to qualify for the playoffs. And we can't write Sunrisers also, you don't know. There have been like bit of surprises here and there. And they've been an inconsistent team in the tournament, I would say. And if the fire all guns blazing today, you never know with Sunrisers as well. So it's a very, very crucial and massive game for both the teams.
Well, things are changing definitely down the table also. We are seeing all our champion teams again making a comeback and putting up a big fight. Paul, now the Pacers have dominated at Wankhede in IPL history when you see with 734 wickets where spinners have taken 315. So will this record be a ground to figure out a playing 11 for both teams in this game?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really interesting point. And I think that Sunrisers Hyderabad, especially as I sort of mentioned before, are going to go in with most likely a pace-heavy attack. So they'll be hoping that the seamers do continue to dominate. The IPL so far overall, though, it really has been the spinners that have been on top. So I think that the concern for both sides is their spinners haven't been as good as other sides. Khan Sharma, for example, was great last game. Whether he gets a game this game and continue to do that, even his last couple of seasons in the IPL, he's been a little bit expensive. Mitchell Santner kind of improved and came back last game, so those two are good signs for Mumbai. And Vignesh Putta as well has looked pretty impressive. So from a spinning point of view, they have probably got the edge. And then obviously from a seam bowling point of view, Bumrah, 2 games back now. This is his 3rd game. I think he should be just about ready to completely hit his straps. Trent Boult, Chahar as well. So I think that it is going to be fascinating to see how their fast bowlers go against the lineup that I said before of SRH. And SRH, going into it with a very heavy pace attack, potentially, Malinga as well as Harshal Patel, plus the 2 that I mentioned before. So, SRH will feel that on paper their side is explosive and powerful, and that they just haven't put it together so far this season, except the last game.
So we're going to see a pace riot, it seems. Gautam, who do you think today will win the toss? And specifically when you see the matches won, batting first have been 55, batting second 63, and winning the toss have been 61 and losing 57. So how much that is going to be in the picture today?
Definitely, toss will play a very crucial role in Wankhede. Like having said that, I think they have to play a good, consistent cricket. And whoever wins the toss in Wankhede, usually they bat second. They prefer to bowl first because of the dew factor and other things. So at the same time, the Wankhede Stadium consists of a lot of red soil wicket. So if the ball moves around a bit in the initial part, so I think whoever wins the toss will bat second, I feel.
And Gautam, every match we talk about Rohit Sharma's form, how he's going to regain his form. This question comes again, that how important will be his form to regain at Wankhede, especially where he has, the conditions are similar, because now when you see his last 5 innings, they've been 18, 17, 13, 8 and 0.
Yeah, in every show we talk about his form, Rohit Sharma is doing what Rohit Sharma is doing in the IPL, he's just throwing away his wicket and it is not looking comfortable in this IPL as well. I think he should just go and express himself. I think more than that, he should put a price tag on his wicket. He has to look to play through the power play and then take it forward. What he is doing is he's looking to attack each and every ball, which is not his strength. So I think he has to look to play the power play and then take it forward, I feel. And this is the right opportunity. Playing at home, he knows the conditions really well. So it's a good opportunity for him to come back into the form, I feel.
In the top order performs well, the middle order has less problems in them when you're making a total. And Paul, the veteran Sunrisers pacer Mohammad Shami has dominated the former MI skipper and the batting stalwart Rohit Sharma in the head-to-head player battle. So will he emerge victorious once again when we see this game, because he has dismissed him 3 times and the strike rate has been 112.1.
Yeah, it's going to be an intriguing head-to-head battle, and more so than that, it'll just be intriguing to see how each of those 2 star players, but who are now in the veteran category, go. Because, I think Rohit Sharma will feel a little bit frustrated because he's got a couple of scores in the teens and probably felt like he's going to be on his way. And then, kind of as Gautam said, he just keeps on blazing away and gets out. Cricketers, we tend to have more patience sometimes with poor performing batters, and so the bowlers, we don't cut them much slack. And Mohammad Shami, star bowler that he is, coming back still from injury, having gone at an economy rate of 11.1 so far in this IPL, if he were to get smashed around again tonight, then I think his actual position in the side could come under threat. So, it just shows how competitive it is in the IPL and how different it is to sort of what traditional cricket might be. That Mohammad Shami, fantastic red ball record, but already under pressure without, hasn't bowled that badly in that many games, but there won't be much tolerance. So I keep on backing Rohit Sharma to score runs. I'll do it again. I'm a bit concerned with Shami. I was defending him earlier in the tournament, but I'd need to see something from him tonight, or otherwise maybe, as I said, they might start to think about dropping him.
There were concerns about Chahal's form as well, and we've seen how he made a comeback. So maybe Shami today has that thing to make a comeback. And now Gautam, the star in form Sunrisers opener Abhishek Sharma has been in a big trouble against Jasprit Bumrah in the head-to-head player battle in IPL so far. So does Abhishek need to come up with a changed and special strategy to tackle the Bumrah threat? Because as we've seen, he has taken him out twice and the strike rate has been really less, 58.8.
Yeah, definitely. In the past, he struggled against Bumrah, But having said that, Abhishek Sharma is altogether a new player in the last 1 year. The way he's batting and the way he's going about his things. Yeah, as a player, if I'm a batsman, if I'm finding trouble against particular bowler, I would like to take a single and go to the non-striker and let my other partner play him. So that should be his strategy, And we all know that as a world-class bowler, if he's struggling, just take a single and go to the other end. Your rest of the other bowlers to face and get runs off them. So that should be a target Abhishek Sharma should follow. And at the same time, we all know he's a completely different player now. The last 1 year has been great for Abhishek Sharma, and I don't think so he'll be struggling against Bumrah today.
I think nowadays youngsters just want to come and face. They don't feel any threat, so they don't want to take any run and go on the other side for sure. Paul, the star SRH pacer and skipper Pat Cummins has dominated the head-to-head player battle against the MI star batter Suryakumar Yadav. When you see he's been dismissed twice by him, strike rate has been 112.8. So is it going to be a sign of relief for SRH in this game, considering MI's the batting lineup?
Yeah, I mean, he's an intriguing prospect at the moment in the IPL, Pat Cummins, because although he does have a decent head-to-head in a fairly short sample size against Sky, he keeps on struggling to perform. And I find it fascinating, because I've said it before, that red ball cricket, he just bashes away at the top of the stumps that hard length, and he's kind of irresistible. That hasn't worked for him in the IPL, and so he's trying everything, slower balls and cutters and varying himself in all sorts of directions. Last game, 4 overs, none for 40. and I actually think he bowled pretty well. Yeah, you look at that and think that's pretty bad, but given that the opposition, Punjab, got, what did they get, 240 odd, it was actually a fairly decent effort. So he's got an economy rate of 10.9 runs per over in the IPL, which is not great, but he's desperately trying everything. I would like to see him possibly go back a little bit more to his test match length and have a few more just hitting the top of the stumps. Maybe he'll do that and get smashed everywhere. But if he does come up against Sky, it's going to be a fantastic battle, two of the most exciting cricketers in the world. But I have a vested interest, given that I'm a big fan of Pat Cummins, and I do find it fascinating that whereas Bumrah finds the IPL very much to his liking, Josh Hazlewood finds it very much to his liking, Pat Cummins, who along with those two and probably Rabada, the best fast bowlers in the world, really is struggling. But geez, he's trying hard.
But we've always seen Cummins always steps up when the team looks in a difficult position. Now, Gautam, how much threat will be the other bowlers for Abhishek Sharma when you see, of course, we know Jasprit Bumrah is, but what about Trent Bolt and Deepak Chahar?
Definitely, Trent Bolt has always bowled well against the left-handers, More than focusing on Bumrah, I think he might be the threat to Abhishek Sharma. But having said that, and this guy knows how to negotiate, he puts the pressure on the bowlers initially. And with Abhishek Sharma, the best part is he always look to hit a six, then hit a boundary and then take a season. That's been his format, So even he knows how to negotiate the new ball, and at the same time, the threat must be from Bolt, then Bumrah, I would say, in this game.
And also, Gautam, we've seen that Bolt has only picked 2 wickets in the power play this season as compared to what his record was earlier, and that too both wickets have come at Wankhede. So how much important will it be for Bolt today to perform, seeing that he's not been that great?
Yeah, he's always bowled well in Wankhede Stadium, particularly when he bowls first, and he's got a good record at Wankhede because the soil helps him, the condition helps him. So he might be the threat to the. But having said that, he's bowled well in the death overs this season. He usually bowls well in the new ball, but this season he's bowled well in the death overs. That is the last few overs. So I think the role has been changed because Bumrah and Chahar both are similar bowlers. And Chahar always goes for wicket with the new ball, and Bolt is playing the second fiddle to Deepak Chahar in this year's IPL, I feel.
Totally. Now let's see how Bolt fares up today. And Paul, now when you see Ishan Kishan's form, that also been very concerning. He started with a century, and now when you see it's 9, 17, 2, 2 and 0. So how much is it important for him to perform against his former team?
Yeah, it's always nice to perform against your former team. I kind of agree with what Daniel Vettori said in the press, that he has been a little bit unlucky, that he, strangled down the leg side. I remember one that he absolutely smashed a cover drive and just got it slightly uppishly and got caught. And the point that the coach made was that he still thinks of him as the player that dominated in that first game. And I tend to agree. And I think that's probably what Sunrisers Hyderabad need to do. They look at their lineup and say, we've potentially got Pat Cummins batting at number 9 or somewhere like that, and even he can really smash the ball. Let's forget about the fact that we've been underperforming. We played really well last game. We looked like we were back to our best, at least with the bat, albeit with the ball, we once again went at 12 and over. Play with that freedom, and hopefully the class will shine through. But yeah, I think that Ishan Kishan, it is a pretty big game for him tonight, and as it is for several in that lineup. I think Nitish Kumar Reddy is another one that it shapes as a big game, and even Heinrich Klaassen, who has played, I think, really well in this IPL, but hasn't really got the scores to go with that. I think a massive knock from him is long overdue.
And knocks are important from everyone from Sunrisers Hyderabad side. And also, Gautam, when we see Harshal Patel, he was also struggling initially, but in the last match he picked up 4 wickets. So how much will it be important for him today to come up with all the wicket-taking stuff?
Yeah, on the whole, everyone in Sunrisers is struggling, including Pat Cummins. If you look at their record, they're going above 200 each and every game. And Harshal Patel, we all know that he's known for bowling in the death overs and picking up wickets, which he's not been doing for Sunrisers. So that's hurting them very badly in this IPL. Even Shami is going for runs, Cummins is going for runs, and they don't have a spinner to pick up wickets in the middle order, So that is the reason they've been struggling, and they're going for 200 plus very easily in this year's IPL. So the batting is not a problem. I feel the bowling is struggling this year, I feel.
So Gautam, are we seeing 300 plus score today?
I wish I could see that 300, but having said that, you never know with Sunrisers. They might score 250 on a given day, and they can get all out in 100 also. So it's like contrast the way they bat. So yeah, looking forward to a high scoring game for sure.
And Paul, do you see 300 plus, 350 plus coming?
350. Well, that'll be worth watching. Well, tell you what, it's hard to ever predict 300 in an IPL game. I mean, it's kind of a cliche that people my age say, but I remember when 350 over game was almost, they'd say, what's the point of having the second innings? If you've got 350 over game, you're guaranteed to win it. So the prospect of getting 300, I mean, I'd love to see it. And I've said it before, I defend the IPL to my friends in Australia who say, oh, it's just a smash-a-thon. I said, no, it's more than that. And you look at some of the recent games where the bowlers have actually done really well. But if there is going to be a 300 score, it is spectacularly entertaining. And if Travis Heck together could come out and smack 180 off the first 12 overs or something, and then we're on our way towards something, it would be well worth watching. I think the fact that those bowlers that I mentioned before, Bumrah and Bolt, I've mentioned Bob, but Bumrah and Bolt, Cummins and Shami, you'd find it hard to think that surely with that pedigree on offer, neither side should be able to get 300. They are too good to allow that to happen. So I don't think it's going to happen, but I'd be delighted if it did.
Let's see who is delighted today and who wins the match. Thank you so much, gentlemen, Paul and Gautam, for being with us. And everyone, keep watching Cricket Predicta. It's been a great episode of, again, Super Insights. Now we'll see you tomorrow with more insights. Thank you.